Imagine surviving one shipwreck. Sounds impossible, right? Now imagine surviving 3. And no, this isn't a movie. This is the real story of Violet Jessop, the woman people called Miss Unsinkable. In the early 1900s, Violet worked as a ship stewardess on massive luxury ships. She served rich passengers, helped families, and spent most of her life at sea. But then, disaster struck. She was working aboard the RMS Olympic when it crashed into another giant ship. People panicked. Metal screamed. Passengers thought they were going to die. But somehow, the ship stayed afloat. Violet survived. Most people would quit after that. Not Violet. A year later, she started working on a brand new ship. The biggest ship in the world. The ship they said could never sink. The Titanic. On the night of April 14, 1912, Violet was asleep in her cabin when she felt a violent shake. The Titanic had hit the iceberg. At first, people weren't worried. The music still played. Passengers laughed. Some even ignored the lifeboats. But slowly, the truth spread. The unsinkable ship was dying. Crew members rushed through the halls yelling, "Women and children first." Violet helped passengers into lifeboats. Cold air. Screaming children. People crying in the dark Atlantic Ocean. Then suddenly, an officer handed Violet a baby and ordered her into a lifeboat. She had no idea who the baby belonged to. Hours later, from the freezing ocean, she watched the Titanic split apart and disappear underwater forever. More than 1,500 people died that night. But Violet survived again. You'd think she would never step onto another ship. But years later, during World War I, she worked on another ship called the Britannic. And unbelievably, that ship also sank. A massive explosion ripped through the vessel. The ship began sinking fast. Passengers jumped into the sea. Violet tried escaping in a lifeboat, but the ship's giant propellers were sucking boats underneath the water. She jumped, hit her head, and nearly died. But somehow, she survived again. 3 disasters. 3 sinking ships. 1 woman. And the craziest part. After all of that, Violet kept working at sea for decades. Like nothing happened. Some people believed she was cursed. Others thought she was the luckiest woman alive. But even today, her story feels impossible to believe. If you survived the Titanic once, would you ever step on a ship again?